Sperm is produced in the testes, which are the male gonads that make sex hormones and produce sperm. The testes develop within the abdominal cavity but descend into the scrotal sacs. Testes are found inside the scrotum, a structure that has the shape of a sac and divides into two compartments and helps regulate the temperature of the testes by holding them closer or farther away from the body. The structures contained in this sac include external spermatic fascia, testes, epididymis, and spermatic cord. After its production, sperm needs to be able to swim to the egg. This process happens in the epididymis, which are tightly coiled ducts lying outside the test. When sperm leaves the epididymis, they enter a vas deferens, where they are stored. Vas deferens, also known as the sperm ducts, are tubular structures that move sperm away from its storage in the testicle. Each vas deferens passes into the abdominal cavity, where it curves around the urinary bladder and empties into an ejaculatory duct, which connects to the urethra. In this context, the main function of the urethra is to allow passage of urine and semen. Then, the seminal vesicles, the prostate gland, and the bulbourethral glands add secretion to the semen, serving their main function. The seminal vesicles lie at the base of the bladder, and each has a duct that joins with a vas deferens. The prostate gland is a single donut-shaped gland that surrounds the upper part of the urethra just below the urinary bladder. Bulbourethral glands are pea-sized organs that lie below the prostate and on either side of the urethra. Sperm finally leaves the penis, the male sex organ that is composed of soft, spongy, fibrous, and muscle tissues, during ejaculation in a fluid called semen. In human males, sexual hormones are mostly regulated by the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus secretes a hormone called gonadotropin-releasing hormone that stimulates the anterior pituitary gland to secrete the gonadotropic hormones that control the testes. The gonadotropic hormones are follicle-stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. FSH promotes the production of sperm in the seminiferous tubules, and LH promotes the production of testosterone by the interstitial cells. All these hormones are controlled by negative feedback systems, which maintain the production of sperm and testosterone within normal ranges. Testosterone is the main sex hormone in males and is essential for the normal development and functioning of the male sex organs. Testosterone also causes and maintains the male secondary sex characteristics that develop at puberty.
The female reproductive system. First, the uterus. Fallopian tubes. The uterus is a pear-shaped female reproductive organ located in the pelvis, between the hips. The uterus, also called the womb, is where the baby grows when a woman is pregnant. Each of the two lungs, thin tubes that connect the ovaries to the uterus. The eggs pass from the ovaries to the uterus through the fallopian tubes. In the female reproductive system, there is an ovary and a fallopian tube on each side of the uterus. Then, ovary. One of the two glands in women in which eggs are formed, and the hormones estrogens and progesterone are produced. These hormones play an important role in the development of female characteristics, such as breast size, body shape, and the amount of body hair. Fundus of uterus, part of a hollow organ that is on the opposite or far side from the opening of the organ. Depending on the organ, the fundus is located at the top or bottom of the organ. The urinary bladder. The bladder, sometimes called the urinary bladder, is a balloon-shaped organ located in the lower abdomen. Near the pelvis, urine from the kidneys accumulates in the bladder until it is eliminated from the body. The pubic symphysis. The pubic symphysis is an amphiarterial joint located at the confluence of the two pubic bones. A small fibrocartilaginous disc is sandwiched between two narrow sheets of hyaline cartilage. The clitoris. The clitoris is the only organ whose sole function is to provide pleasure. It is a hot structure made up of erectile tissue that acts like a large sponge that fills with blood with arousal. In this situation, it responds like the penis and increase in size. The urethra. The urethra is a tube through which urine passes out of the body. In women, the distal urethra corresponds to approximately half of the last inch of the urethra. And here we have the labium majora and the labium minora. The labia are folds of skin around the vaginal opening. The labia majora outer lips are usually fleshy and covered with pubic hair. The labia minora inner lips are inside the outer lips. They start at the clitoris and end below the vaginal opening.
Contraceptive methods. Number 1. Condom. It's a barrier method of contraception. They are made of very thin latex, polyethylene, or polyethylene that are designed to prevent pregnancy by stopping sperm from meeting an egg. Calendar rhythm method. It's a form of natural family planning. To use the rhythm method, you track your menstrual history to predict when you ovulate. This helps you determine when you're most likely to conceive. And number 3, the hormonal ring. It's a small, flexible ring that's worn inside your vagina. This ring releases estrogen and progesterone into your body through your vaginal lining. These two hormones work together to prevent pregnancy by stopping your ovaries from releasing an egg, changing your cervical mucus to prevent sperm from reaching an egg.